Hello and welcome to the third installment of the University of Washington School of Medicine Admissions Digital Series. In this segment, we're going to be going over some frequently asked questions. First up, does going to UW for undergrad hurt or help my chances? Well, going to the University of Washington for undergrad or graduate doesn't do either. We don't actually have a preference for where people get their graduate or undergraduate degrees. You could go to Harvard, you could go to Bellevue College. It's all kind of the same in our eyes because we try and look at things holistically. And part of that is recognizing that not everyone has the same opportunities. And so sometimes some people need to go to community college first before transferring to a four-year college, and some people go straight to a four-year degree, but people are going to come from different avenues, and that's all okay with us. So we really don't have a preference for where people do their undergraduate studies. So pick a school that works best for your needs financially, educationally, and do what's best for you. Do I have to have a 4.0 GPA to get in? No. Actually, our average incoming GPA over at least the last 5 years has been about a 3.6 for undergrad cumulative GPA. And in addition, we do holistic review, so metrics aren't the only factor that we're considering, whether it's GPA or MCAT. Although they are important to help us decide and kind of analyze your ability to be able to handle a rigorous course load, they aren't the end-all be-all. We're looking at the bigger picture of you. So although it's important to do as well as you can, we also understand that sometimes there's hiccups, there's life events that happen, but a perfect GPA also and a perfect MCAT won't necessarily get you in. How does the UW School of Medicine decide who to accept? This is a great question, though it's a very hard one to answer. So there's really no perfect formula, but when you're kind of looking at it as a whole, we're basically looking for applicants who meet our missions, whether, interested in rural, underserved, family medicine, or working obviously in the Pacific Northwest region that we support. Those are all kind of important factors. So whether you're a good fit for the school as far as what you're going to get out of it. Also looking for people who, yes, have good academic ability, who are going to be able to get through their classes, people who can think analytically and on their feet, good problem solvers. We also want to make sure that people have a good knowledge of how medicine is practiced, how it affects society, how it works in the U.S., so coming with a good base understanding of that. Also, an understanding of the social determinants of health. This is becoming more and more important. It's very important to our school that people come in knowing how different portions of society are affected differently and how that resonates with health care or people's access or lack of access to that health care. Other characteristics like maturity, empathy, resilience, responsibility, and leadership are obviously all very important. We want someone who's mature, who's going to be treating people fairly, who has good communication skills or strong interpersonal skills so that they can work well with others. And then really big thing for us especially is that you demonstrate a really strong motivation for medicine, that it's articulate, that you're self-aware so that you can learn, and also that you're committed to serving others. This is a service profession, and so we're looking for people who have a very service-minded approach towards medicine. How do you consider applicants who work? This is a great question. So during our holistic review, we do take into consideration that you're doing other things other than just going to class usually. So including working, sports, etc. And we recognize that students who have to work may not have as much time to study, shadow, or volunteer. But the big thing is the ability to handle more than one commitment at a time speaks to your maturity, organizational skills, time management, and balance. We are always looking for people to reflect on these things, but we're going to take you at face value. You're a human. We don't expect you to be Superman. So we definitely appreciate if you're doing other things that need to happen or that you want to happen, like sports, and that definitely takes a toll into timing. So someone who works 40 hours a week may not have as much time to do shadowing or some other volunteer experiences, although we'd still expect those. They just might not be in such high of a quantity. Thanks so much for joining us today about our first section of frequently asked questions. A part 2 will be coming soon, where we answer some more of the most commonly asked questions from the admissions office. Stay tuned.